What? Did you want to go outside? Well, why'd you come? Why'd you come in if you don't want? Okay. Okay, sweetie. Go ahead. All right. Let's try this again. Hey, Jock, great to see you, buddy. How's your day going? Yeah, she ran in here as I was getting set up, and I tried to tell her, hey, you don't like hanging out with me in the gym, but she didn't listen. So she waits a couple of minutes, waits for me to get started, and says, hey, I don't like this. So you can't. You can't reason with these animals. I'm doing very well, thanks for asking. Wanted to go ahead and do my shoulder workout. I've not been showing my shoulders enough attention, and they are already my weakest area, maybe besides forearms, but my shoulders are, well, forearms and abs, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to go ahead and work on our shoulders a little bit today. I know the camera is at a weird angle, but I found I get a good amount of resistance when I lay down and have my back stabilized as I pull up. So you'll just have to deal with me talking to you from the chin down until I change things up. That's the truth. Cats can be quite difficult. It is so fucking hot in here. I do not have the cardio required to try to lift weights in a hot as balls room. Fourth of July went well. I was able to do a little grilling before I laid down. I'd spent most of Sunday night, Monday morning awake, so I grilled some cheeseburgers and some hot dogs, and then I went to bed. So I missed all of the 4th of July activities that one would normally do, but I really don't. I'm not one to go out and hang and party and have friends over, so I didn't miss much. I was able to get some good sleep though, so it's not all bad. How was your 4th of July? that sounds good. It's really nice. That's the best kind of holiday, when you can just sit and relax and enjoy yourself. I'll probably do some more grilling today. I got some ground beef that I need to patty up and make into some burgers, and a couple of bratwursts that I'd like to go ahead and cook. I also need to dig some chicken out so I can go ahead and cut that into some strips and maybe marinate them in some teriyaki sauce so that I can grill up some teriyaki chicken this week. I've been trying to eat more things marinated in teriyaki sauce because I've been really enjoying it. So, and the steaks worked out pretty well. So let's try it with chicken. I've never had kale. I've always heard about it. You know, it's always it seems like one of those it's one of those dishes that people talk about when they're like hoity-toity or whatever. Like, oh, I only eat kale and cucumber sandwiches. That's the vibe kale always gave off, through no fault of its own. It's just the people who eat it. So I've never had it, not because of that reason, just because I have I don't eat vegetables. No, I've never tried it though. But if you can, if you want to give me your recipe for it, I'd love to try it. Mostly I just eat, you know, I'll eat broccoli, or I've been trying to eat more zucchini. I enjoy that. I wouldn't even know the first of I wouldn't even know where to begin when it comes to cooking kale. So if you want to give me your recipe, I'd love to give it a try and see if I can't get it going. As long as it's not going to break the bank, I will enjoy it. Because what I've been doing lately is I've been making broccoli salad with fresh broccoli and cheddar cheese, a couple of bacon bits, and cans of tuna with a little bit of ranch dressing in there to kind of mix it up. I've been really enjoying that. My phone is making noises for some reason. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Fudge. Oh, so you got fresh kale. I wasn't sure if it was like a frozen deal. That's really cool. Let's try that. Let's see. That sounds very nice. Although I have to say, I think you're cheating a little bit, because if you throw enough bacon on anything, it's going to taste good. You can get a cardboard box and grill it up with some bacon. It's not going to be that bad. That's really good. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm making a grocery list anyway, so trying some kale wouldn't be the worst idea. I mean, what's the worst that could happen is I spend $1, get some kale, cook it, don't like it, throw it away. I'm not out any time, and I always keep my I always keep my slow cooker clean, so it won't be that bad to throw a little kale in there, cook it up, see what happens. that's good. I'll have to get some and try. What I might do is cook it, try a few different ways to see if I can't find the what works best for me. Oh, fudge. That sounds real good. Get a little bit more greens in my diet. Good Lord. Really, it was that good to be the number one? It would take a lot, I think, Kale would have to be pretty good to get to the number one spot. As far as green vegetables, I'd probably go broccoli, green peas, green beans, zucchini, Brussels sprouts. I don't hate spinach. I like spinach more of I like raw spinach on stuff. I've tried cooked spinach and things. It's not my favorite, but it is good for you. So I need to stop being a pansy and just eat it. I don't hate spinach. Lettuce too. I don't eat too many sandwiches or things or salads that you would have lettuce on. What other green vegetables are out there? I don't like green peppers. I guess you can throw cucumbers in there, but I really don't eat cucumbers that often. I do enjoy a pickle. Well, that's the best way to do it, is just, especially when it's something that cheap, you might as well give it a try and see if you like it, because trying something new and it benefiting is really nice, because you just have another option of what you might want to eat. Oh yeah, okra. I forgot about okra. I don't care for okra. They used to serve fried okra at my school, and I don't remember it being in the north when I lived up there, but come down south, and fried okra is part of many lunchtime meals in schools, and I never cared for it. Oh my God. Cabbage. I can't say I eat a lot of cabbage. I do have slaw coleslaw from now and again. I know that's not just strictly cabbage, but I do have coleslaw every once in a while. I used to not like it as much, but now I'm eating it more often with hot dogs and barbecue chicken and things like that. I don't know if I could say okra is the most disgusting vegetable. I have other ones that would rank higher. Like I hate mushrooms. Like there's no redeem. Like, cause I don't care for onions either. But at least with onions, you can cook stuff in it and it tastes better. You know, it's got the. You know, I put onion powder on my burgers, and you know you can put onions and things that it doesn't make it that bad. But mushrooms, just that texture, it's slimy and squishy. It's like firm but squishy. Mushrooms don't do it for me. So I think I would take okra over mushrooms, not by a wide margin. I wouldn't want to eat either, but I think I would pick the okra over mushrooms. But I would pick most things over mushrooms. I guess if it was like a life or death situation, you know, and they said, okay, well, what are your top 10 most hated foods, and you have to eat them, I'd have to make a list of things that I disliked, but mushrooms might be the #1 spot. I really dislike mustard as well, so mustard might be back there. Yeah, a lot of people I know, you know, they like mushrooms with stuff, you know, like if you have like a Salisbury steak, you know, and you have brown gravy with mushrooms in it, people like that. People like mushrooms on pizza. Or mushrooms on a cheesesteak. You know, you can get a steak and cheese sub, and people put mushrooms on that. Okay. Okay, that might be our yeah, mushrooms on burger. I've heard that a lot as well. I think some restaurants even do that. Like it's a certain type of burger. I don't know if it has a name, but that seems to be pretty popular here in the South. Mushrooms and Swiss cheese burgers. I'll be honest with you, I don't like Swiss cheese either. So that combination would not fly around in this household. I think I'm trying to remember which chain it was, but one of the fast food restaurants had a burger like that. It may have been Hardee's. You know, come try our new a mushroom and Swiss burger. And to me, that was just that was a no-go zone. It does not take much for shoulder day to start sucking really bad. And it's going to continue to suck for all of eternity. And you just need to stop being a baby about it and try a little harder with shoulder day, because my shoulders are not developed. I'm sure if I had a smaller frame, my shoulders would be a little bit better, but since I have this fully insulated torso, my arms don't, you know, they don't come in that much, so that's still, they're not there. So I just need to try harder to get that shoulder going out. I might have to go. I might have to swing by there next time I'm in the area. I love a good burger. I don't eat restaurant burgers often enough, because every restaurant is so damn expensive. I mean, I know I'm being an old man when I say things like, "Oh, stuff doesn't cost what it used to," but people will say like, "Oh, you got to go to Five Guys. They have such great burgers." And you look at their prices, like $15 for a burger. Oh, fuck you. I'll just go by the butcher shop, grab some brown meat that's on sale for $2 a pound, and I'll patty it, season it, and have 7 pounds worth of burgers. So it's hard for me to justify spending that kind of money on a burger. I mean, if I'm away from home, you know, traveling or whatever, and I'm with somebody and they talk about going to a restaurant or someplace, you know, I'll partake. But I'm pretty stingy on the road too, you know, where whenever we would travel, the guys would be like, "Hey, you want to go to this restaurant over here or this place over here?" I'm like, "No, let's go to fucking Taco Bell. They have a dollar menu. We're not making any fucking money. We're spending money on gas. You guys want to go out to eat? Like, what the hell are we doing this for?" So, I get those beef patties a lot from Walmart as well. I mean, they've gone up in price too, but I get those big boxes of frozen burgers because they only take a couple of minutes on the grill and they're nice and uniformed. So you just pick them out, throw them on there, and if you're smart about it, you know, you can kind of alter what you're gonna do. Like you can have a cheeseburger if you want, or you can just have a beef patty, make a little brown gravy and mashed potatoes, and you have a my cheap hillbilly style Salisbury steak, or cook the burger, cut it into pieces, and then throw it in a quesadilla and pan fry it. You have a beef quesadilla. Throw it in a tortilla, I mean. So you can be pretty creative with how you eat it. I swear I can move a lot more weight if I only do trap day and don't stack it on top of shoulder day. But I am retarded. And I do things stupidly. Yeah, 100% beef is. At one time, I had gotten a box of burgers, and they had substituted a different kind of burger. And I don't know what the hell these things were, but they tasted like they were 10% beef, 90% old shredded newspaper and apple cores. They were fucking disgusting. I think they're still in my freezer too. I just need to cook them up and throw them to the dogs. That shit was disgusting. But those Walmart ones, they've always those Walmart burgers, they're always a good flavor, and they don't pack it. I mean, they're pretty thin, so they don't get too greasy. I mean, you can overcook them, and dry them out, which I'm a little bit partial to a dry cooked burger, like overcooked, because you know I could just put some gravy or some ketchup on it. Well, with this, hey Tula, welcome aboard. I hope you're having a great day, buddy. Really appreciate that. With this trap exercise, I only use 10 pounds. Sometimes I'll go to 20, but whoops. I stole this move from a guy on YouTube called James Tiny Vest. He had gotten a couple of like 10-pound weights, or I can't remember how much they were, but he got little plates, and he would just kind of bring his shoulders down and flex up, and he was talking about how good they were, and you know, you see somebody who looks better than you and you steal their workout, right? So I've been stealing this, and with cables, it is not too bad at all. Especially when you pair it up with a side delt workout, your shoulders are already going to be kind of flopping around. It's too easy, Tula. It's barely anything. I barely winded it all. It really gets those traps moving. Whew. Time to make some stupid faces. I need to try shrugs on my weight bench with a slight incline, because I can really get a good burn going if I lean a little forward and push towards the back. But standing up, can make me feel off balanced. Whew. I hear you. Yeah, I switched over to the higher quality hot dogs, and I've been enjoying those. You know, whenever I don't feel like cooking but feel like being a big fat hillbilly, I just open a can of beans and I throw in a couple of hot dogs, and it's a damn fine meal. Oh my gosh. Oh. My God. I am sweating really bad. Let's move some weight. Traps aren't coming in as well as they should. I need to do a little bit better with my traps work. Just keep making some stupid faces. Why does my phone keep going off? I have like 3 people who text me ever, and now they're all texting me for some reason. I legitimately think it would be better if I worked out outside. It is so fucking hot in here. I feel like I'm in a damn sauna. Well, with my job, there are more inopportune times for people to text me, times in which I don't have the opportunity to text back using both hands. But it's still, I still get annoyed by it if I'm working out. I mean, I get annoyed by my phone making any kind of noises at any time. It's like I don't want to be contacted, so just don't talk to me, you know. like my phone will go off and it'll be an email, and just like shut up, phone, I'm trying to watch TV. Or with all the with the stupid applications that all these phones have. They're always sending you updates or whatever, like, oh, I haven't used Snapchat in like 2 years, but my phone still makes the little dinging noises from me, like, hey, you might have a friend who uses Snapchat. I'm like, I doubt it. Alright, we got 120 pounds on each hand. Let's see if we can do some shrugs here. It's like I'm a turtle trying to retract into his shell. I hate that. Yeah, I'd have to hook my garden hose up to a sprinkler system and go outside. I almost did that. I almost set up, because if you remember, I used to have the power rack in here with the pulley system, and when I got this machine, I went ahead and just took that piece down, and I brought it outside, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to sell it. But after a couple of weeks, no one was buying it, so I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to set it up out here and occasionally do some outside working out. and creep out my neighbors because they can look over their fence and see a big fat guy in his underwear lifting weights, right? I did end up selling it, which worked out well because I ended up selling it for more money than I paid for it. But then again, I bought it pre-lockdown, and I sold it during the lockdown. So all the gym equipment had rocketed in place. Although I think I still ended up selling it for more than it went for now, which just goes to show you that a lot of people do not check the internet before they buy something. It's like you guys could have saved yourselves. You guys could have saved yourselves about $50 and had it delivered to your house. Of course, I'm not going to say that to the guy because then I lose a sale. But still, hey Austin, great to see you, buddy. How's your day going? How was your 4th of July? I hate this movement because the bar hits the cable and the bar also hits my nutsack. You know what it is in here? It's not so much the temperature, because the temperature is a comfortable 72 degrees, although it has raised, and it was like 69 when I came in here. So just my sheer water heater of a body made the temperature go up. But it's the humidity. It's 67% humidity in this room right now. And that's also probably because of me huffing and puffing. But according to my little gadget up here, he's got a little sad face, and it says wet. And it's like, yep, that's what I do. When it comes to ladies and humidifying machines, I make some wets. That was a terrible joke. Not even a joke. Oh my goodness, your air conditioning went out in the middle in July in Texas. That I don't want to make fun of people who have difficulties in their lives and they contemplate certain actions against themselves, but that might be a case for doing such an act. Because I would melt. I think I would legitimately pour into a puddle and melt. So now, you can make fun of my little toes all you want if it means that for the rest of my life, I can spend my days in a well air-conditioned area. Because, I mean, we were talking before about how I lived in San Antonio, and it was December, January, and it was boiling hot. Getting to July, like I don't think I could have survived. Like I honestly don't. I mean, when I was in San Antonio, it was about 18 years ago. Yeah, I want to say it was like 2004, maybe 2005. I can't remember. So I was like 100 pounds lighter. So it probably didn't affect me as much, but now that I'm a much larger man, all right. Oh, let me adjust the camera a little bit. I don't take too many videos of myself during shoulder day because, like, I have to find that perfect angle to shoot my shoulder to where it looks like I have a shoulder muscle, which is very difficult. It's like, okay, let's see. Nope. See if I can find a good position. It's it's very difficult. It's like, oh, maybe right here. If I can get the lighting just right. Yeah, I used to. I had. It's a very convoluted story. I had bought a pair of boots on eBay and they were purple, and I was like, oh, well, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna get me some purple tights and rip off. Like do a King gimmick, right? Like Harley Race or Haku, right? Be King Haku. So I got the tights made, just a blatant rip off of Haku, and then the damn guy never sent me the boots. So I had these. My gosh, I had these just barely below knee purple tights with a big crown on the side, right? Yeah, a King. I was going more for Haku, just because I guess the purple was in my head, and I was like, oh, I'll just be King Haku. So I ripped him off, right, which is the tights. Oh, Lawler would have also sufficed. So when the guy never sent the boots, I'm looking at my tights. I'm like, I've never wrestled barefoot before. So I did. I did it a couple of times. It's not my favorite because I've broken my ankle before wrestling. So before the match, I'll get some tape and I would tape my ankles up real tight and I would wear ankle braces. But it was still very scary because you're not wrestling in these fancy arenas, You're wrestling in fucking some local, like a recreational center or a bingo hall, right? So the whole time I'm thinking, I have to walk to the ring from the locker room, and these fucking hillbillies aren't doing their best when it comes to cleaning stuff. So I'm just thinking, okay, I'm gonna walk out there, I'm gonna step in a big pile of shit, or some broken glass, or some guy's fucking, some spilled beer, or a fucking half a hot dog. So, and then, when you're wrestling, you don't think about it, you're not thinking about your feet, but when you're in the back, you're like, shit, what if this guy steps on my foot? It's like you don't think about it when you're wearing boots because you have things covering your toes. But I'm just like this fucking clumsy asshole is this clumsy asshole is gonna step on my foot. You know? Yeah, I don't. People who wrestle barefoot, you can tell those are the tough guys. You know, like you have legendary tough guys like Paul Orndorff and Dave Schultz, people who are, you know, they'll beat the hell out of you, right? And then you have guys like Haku and all the Samoans who wrestle barefoot, and it's like, no, those are the tough guys because they know that they're going to walk into a place which is probably littered with nacho cheese and tobacco spit. We're going to have to walk through this and then wrestle somebody who has the high potential of fucking just crushing my pinky toe because he's club-footed. It's so always, whenever you see a wrestler in bare feet, remember that he's probably the kind of guy that you do not want to mess with. Although I would imagine that those guys are a lot less neurotic than I am, because when you're in the ring you don't think about this stuff, but when you're sitting in the back for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, all you're doing is thinking, and you never think of what could happen, like the good things that could happen, like, oh, I'm going to go out there and the entire crowd's going to love me and they're going to shower me with roses and money, and I'm going to meet this hot chick who wants to have sex with me after the show. No, in the back, all I'm thinking about is, I'm going to step on a rusty nail and have to leave the fucking show to get a tetanus shot. So that's how my brain works. I'd wrestled a couple of times in bare feet. I remember a couple of shows. Yeah, it was fine. I don't think I would have an issue doing it again. Like if somebody came over and said, hey, we really like that King Riker gimmick. Do you mind dusting off the tights and wrestling barefoot? We'll give you, a certain amount of money. I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? What's the worst that could happen? I would just be very careful. I'm definitely better than I was back then. I prefer tag teams now. Well, I've always preferred tag teams just because there's more of a psychology behind tag team wrestling. Plus, as a tag team wrestler, you're afforded the opportunity to stand on the apron for a minute or two and catch your breath, which at my advanced age and poor cardio condition is invaluable. So I will, if somebody says, hey, you want to do a tag match, I'm like, why a single tag? Let's get 20 people in here, and I'll come in every 10 minutes, and I can do that all night. I can wrestle for a solid 90 seconds straight every 10 minutes. All right, I think maybe one or two more sets, and then we'll call it a day. That will be just over an hour. We did about 25 minutes of shoulder, and we had some good trap stuff with the usual wiring and the different shrugs and stuff. Maybe two more sets. Yeah, I've always preferred tag wrestling. Like I said, mostly because my cardio sucks, but it's a lot of fun because you're not just fighting one person. You and someone else are fighting two people, so you can say, okay, well, especially when I tag up with Parker, because he's a big guy. And I'm a big guy in my own right, so we can really push people around, and play that big guy, small guy kind of dynamic, where we can do our power stuff. I can pick somebody up and throw them over my head, and I can squeeze them, I can wrap my arms around them and all that stuff and make them look sympathetic because they're a smaller person in there with me and Parker, and then they can fly around. Or if it's like two bigger guys, we've done that before. It's you can play off their power but also show off your power, and just as a bad guy you can say, okay, well, oh, you're just as strong as me, if not more strong than me. Okay, well, guess what? Your eyes aren't strong. Bam! Thumb of the eye. Or hey, hey ref, what's over there? I'm gonna punch you in the nutsack. There are ways to do things in tag matches that aren't possible in a singles match. Because there's always a lot of drama involved in tag matches. Because you can beat up the one guy, and the other guy is on the apron, and he's just waiting, and the whole crowd is just hoping that he's able to make his tag to his partner. So, what are you going to do to keep him out of that corner? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's do one more. I do not want to do 10 sets of neck. Yeah, I was just talking to him the other day because we exchange messages every once in a while, mostly of just like, hey, this is what I did at the gym today, Pansy. What'd you do? Nothing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Or he went on a diet, and I'm just making fun of him being skinny. It's like, why are you trying to lose weight? What are you, a sissy? You need to gain weight. I mean, good for him. I think he's lost like 40 pounds. And I might actually weigh more than he does now. Of course, that's not like an accomplishment. I'm a big fat guy, so but still, it's funny. Maybe not long term, because I'll probably die of a heart attack next year, but it's still comical. But I talked to him, and I was like, do you want to do some stuff together? Because we always have fun working out together, and when you have somebody that you're like-minded with, you can have fun at the gym, and that you're going to go and you're going to get some food afterwards, and you're going to go to the show and have fun. He does have bigger feet. When we were buying boots, because we bought matching boots, and I bought like 10s, right? And his club-footed ass was like, I need 13s. It's like, why would you? They don't make size 13 shoes. Fucking Bigfoot. Chop off some of your toes. It's hard to find boots that fit your. It's ridiculous. Which is good for me, because I have feet that most companies will make boots for. So I'm able to, you've seen my boot collection. It's vast, and he can't do that. Okay. I still have not fixed my neck harness, so I know the day will soon come around when I have that thing attached to my head and I'm trying to lift 130 pounds with my neck, and those last few remaining stitches are going to pop, and I'm going to bring my head back. It's going to snap off, and I'm going to land on the fudging floor. So I need to stop being so fucking lazy and just get the sewing machine out and just stitch it up. Don't worry, Jock, you didn't miss anything. We were just talking about tag team wrestling and cowboy boots and stuff. Yeah, I found, because the boots that I'd gotten, it was those eagle ones. It's got the American flag behind it. They're pretty nice. They're super nice, and they were on sale for like $100, right? Whew. So I bought them, and I showed Parker, and I was like, dude, he's got a size 13. Do you want them? And he never got back to me. And then like the next day, he was like, yeah, I'll take them. And they were off. So I contacted the guy. I was like, can I get the same same deal? It worked out because he ended up giving us the deal again, but he was very lucky because he's only had wrestling boots, like lace-up boots. So he was looking to get some cowboy boots, and us finding that fantastic deal, and we had them resold. Squats on a thong, that would have probably ripped me in half if I tried that. I would have gone down. That thong would have gone straight through me. I would have been able to take it out of my mouth. It would have gone so far up. I might have to save the nipple clamp bench press for for my OnlyFans. Oh yeah, I'm getting fairly hungry too. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up so I can. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the grill on before I shower because it takes a few minutes to warm up, and I can go ahead and shower while it warms up, and then throw some. I'm gonna cook some bratwursts and some. Got some chicken marinating too. And I get that other chicken made. Oh, I got that ground beef too. Probably just gonna spend like 3 hours in front of the grill just making a bunch of shit. But if I do it now, if I do it today, excuse me, then that's one less thing I have to do the rest of the week because I'll just be eating leftovers. So arms look like shit. We're going to have to do biceps tomorrow. Mm. 145 pounds. You know, I can curl you, right? I can get you, and I can biceps curl you. I can only do it about 3 times, but 145 is what I can do now. Actually, I think I've done 140 for 6, so I could probably do 145 for probably 4 or 5. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. You know, feel free to message me anytime you want. You guys know where to find me. I'm gonna go ahead and get this funk off of me. Like, I'm so warm, my glasses are fogged up. That's how we do it around here. But I hope to talk to you guys again real soon. If I don't see you again, have a great Tuesday, and whew.